If I can get my hands on some Kebroot, then we'd be in business. And then if I get my hands on some... Oh, yeah, that's great.
We'll be waiting, Cal.
I don't trust a lucky streak. Not in this galaxy.
Let's plot a course.
Bound for Koboh.
What's that smell?
Smell? What smell? You could eat off this ship. But don't. I'm trying to keep it clean.
I smell it too.
Are you kidding me? I must be Cal. Always tracking things in and showing up with weird droids. And those outfits of his. I'm not even sure he cleans them. The ponchos alone.
We should burn them.
You know, you're right. We should.
Wow. This escalated quickly.
I need to clear my mind.
You're brooding. Again.
That easy to read my mind?
It's no Jedi trick. Just pay attention.
On the Shattered Moon, I saw Dagon confront Centauri. He was so consumed by Tanalorr that he completely lost his way. Reminds me of my fight with the Empire these last few years. Let's just say I don't want to end up like him.
You are very stubborn, but ambition does not drive you.
I just don't understand why she didn't see the change in him before it was too late.
They dreamed together and suffered together. A shared dream is not so easy to wake from. Is that what troubles you? Losing yourself?
Yeah. A little.
If you ever stray from your path, we will guide you back. With Ravis dead, the Bedlam Raiders have been wounded. This makes them dangerous.
They weren't exactly harmless before.
No, they were not. I will look after the outpost. The Raiders may strike if they think we are vulnerable.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
I know you will, and I will be waiting. Don't you have a mountain to climb?
I gotta hand it to you, kid. Things are looking better than ever.
And you wanted to sit this one out.
Oh, well, count on you to prove me wrong, Cal. When we were all ready to fold, you never stopped fighting.
We can't stop now.
Yeah, I know, we still got a lot of work ahead of us. But you gotta remember to stop and appreciate how far we've come. We'll talk some other time.
Welcome, welcome. Make yourself at home.
I saw your things in the back room.
You'll have to forgive the more tasteless ornaments. Some of it used to belong to Dreo, my old partner. He had a ghastly sense of style.
Another outlaw?
Not when I met him. He was running a perfectly legitimate port in Rhodia. Allowed me to use his docks for my shipments. No questions asked, supposedly. But we got to talking anyways.
Sounds like a nice guy.
He was the genuine article, all right. Probably why things didn't work out between us.
So you've been out of the game completely since the Empire cracked down?
More or less. Not that I didn't go down swinging. When the company went belly up, I insisted I could turn things around. But Dreo, my partner, he wanted to leave together.
So what happened?
Well, he left, all right. But in my infinite wisdom, I decided to stick it out. Try to turn the cards in my favor. I got greedy. I can't tell you how badly I wish I'd gone with him. Instead, I chose what you might call the scenic route to rock bottom. That brings us to this rue-brittle cantina years later.
At least you got out eventually.
Will you take some advice, Cal?
Sure.
It's not just about getting out. It's about getting out before you lose everything. See you around, Cal.
So why'd you choose to study the High Republic?
You know, I think it is the same reason that people are flocking to Pyloon's Saloon. Everyone is excited about the possibility of what Koboh could become. I believe that is the kind of optimism that defined the High Republic.
Maybe you're right about that.
Hey,
So you ended up on Kuat. Shipyards must have some interesting sounds.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely filthy soundscape. Real solid samples. Things got really going when I met Dee Dee, though.
You found them in the shipyards?
That's right. I used to hang out at this monitoring station just listening to the yards. I caught Dee Dee here jamming on some recordings.
Dee Dee was already making music when you met?
Hell yeah. This little droid's got this natural gift. No other way to put it. He just needed the right opportunity. Hey, Cal. Let's talk another time. Mine's racing with ideas right now.
Monk, I could really use a drink.
Just a moment longer. I'll be by when I can.
You seem in a good mood.
I was thinking how this cantina reminds me of a celebratory dance on my home planet.
The cantina reminds you of people dancing?
My people don't dance. The dance is my people. All together, without everyone's essence, there is nothing. Like this cantina. Someone ordering a drink from Monk, a joke from Gulu, a hunting tale from Mosi. All these acts combine into something greater than the performers themselves. Now is not the time to speak.
There he is. Got your first target lined up. Looks like some Hexian hack named Pip Ostar has been slinking around Dredger Gorge. This guy likes to catch his prey off guard, so watch your back.
Thanks for the tip.
Thank me when you turn in his bounty puck.
Cal, is it true? Is Ravis really gone?
Yeah. You relieved?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But I'm actually sad. It almost feels like I killed him.
He did try to kill you.
Oh yeah, a few times. But none of this would have happened if I wasn't trying to make a quick credit. I'm a murderer! Hey, Monk! What's it take for a frog with blood on his hands to get some service around here? Ravis, forgive me!
Everyone holding up okay, Monk?
Well, we're just fine now. The Raiders might have put a little spook in some of our clientele when they marched in here, but we're made of sterner stuff.
Good to hear. You doing all right?
Cal, my boy, I'll tell you the same thing I told those Raiders.
What's that?
Go ahead and shoot. But know this, you'll be blasting the best bartender on Koboh. keep your eyes on the path ahead.
Bet that Mogu you took out had quite the stench.
Ugh, quite.
Range with your nose, my mama always said. We once had a feral canifant terrorizing the ranch, just a menace. Destroyed our barn, twice. Canifants cover their own tracks, see? Crafty buggers, practically impossible to find.
So how'd you track it?
We reversed our vaporators, pumped the air full of moisture. When it's humid, smells get a lot, well, more pungent. Was long before we caught the scent.
Clever.
Ain't it? We all got 5 senses, Cal. I figure we might as well use them. Cal, glad you're here. There's talk of a giant Piasa nesting in an animal graveyard on the far side of the valley. Figure you want to check it out.
You figured right.
Look at you. Already sounding like a local. Oh, before I forget, I heard there were a pair of newcomers over by the stone spires. I want to look for them.
I already found them. They're gonna start a holotactics table at Pyloon's.
Now we're talking. Piasa that size, well, just don't take it lightly.
I won't. Thanks, Mosey.
Later, BD.
Word is that Ravis got bumped off.
Word travels fast.
Sure, when there's credits to be made. Send the raiders running, and we're in business.
That's right. We get back into the gorge, kickstart those dams, and we finally make some real scratch.
Those dams are in rough shape. Think you're up to it?
I know them like the hairs on my back.
What Grok here means is we can make them sing again. Yeah, trust us.
Keep up the good work, kid.
Say we short the central conduit, slice it through the emergency couplings. Might be enough to get the sluice gates going.
Huh. Might actually work.
You know what this place needs?
A working refresher?
Discipline. Those mouth-breathing raiders just walked in here and made off with Z. I go off planet for 1 second, and the whole place has gone soft. They've got to get it through their heads that I can't be their fearless leader all the time.
People have to learn to defend themselves, Grease. You can't fight their battles for them.
All right, finish this thing, will you?
I'm going. Har, right? You said you're from around here?
Been all over Koboh, but I knew I had to foot slog it back to the Reach when I heard the stories. They say it's been a right barnyard since you arrived.
Word traveled that fast, huh?
If it's privacy you're worried about, mate, don't be. No one listens to old Har. But stop by if you ever want to hear the latest yarns, eh? My eyes, what they are, I couldn't hit a tree with a boulder, but I got ears like a bull. Talk later?
I heard from Grease that our brave pals simply tore through those raiders without so much as breaking a sweat.
Grease told you this?
Indeed. You ain't never seen someone move like that. So he says.
The Latero lies. You must make him fear you. Then he will speak truth.
Oh, Cal, here you are. So, is that how it happened?
No.
I told you. Grease lies.
How mortifying.
He must pay. We should curse him. Make him suffer.
If you hurt him, he won't be able to cook you scaz steaks.
Nobody asked your opinion, Cal Kestis.
Z, got any advice on confronting Dagon?
Well, in my day, I did watch him spar countless times. A ferocious warrior, that one. With a keen instinct for recognizing weakness. So don't show any.
If only it was that easy.
I know. Why is it our enemies always seem to be the ones to exploit our failings? Not now, Cal.
How do you like Pyloons?
It is like an oasis. A dirty oasis. Tell Grease I said that and you will regret it, droid. We'll speak later.
Oh, this outpost is absolutely quaint. But perhaps it could use a new coat of paint.
Cal, what do you think?
Yeah, why not? I bet people would appreciate it.
I can help you hook up the wiring.
Ooh, it's a date. Carl, look at all that's happening around here. And you're so often at the center of things. Careful, careful.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to help.
Admirable, of course, but good deeds often bless one in the spotlight.
That's the last thing I want.
Granted, this is just a backwater cantina, not a Coruscant parlor, but a little caution is wise. Gossip always travels faster than light. Go with confidence, but also with care, Cal. Don't let me keep you.
Great to see you.
All our work is really paying off, BD.
Ah, I was hoping you'd find seeds like that. Put one in the ground. I'll share what I've learned. A Koboh spiker. The name says it all. Protection from predators and quite effective. The flower is most intricate and beautiful, but its spines are so sharp that it is best observed from afar. You found a jelly spire, I see. It may look flimsy, but they have a strong, fibrous core keeping them steady. That fruit shell will be wonderful when it flowers. The wide-brimmed leaves provide shade for the thin stem, which can blister in the heat very easily, you know. The plants need me. I was hoping you'd find seeds like that. Put one in the ground. I'll share what I've learned. New seeds, magnificent. After you've planted one, I'll share what I know.
I had a nightmare about the caverns again. Where old man Phon'qi made his fortune. Folks say the cavern's cursed. Of course. Folks say a lot of things. Cursed or not. It's riddled with raiders. And they're always up to no good.
Yep, I can vouch for that.
You venture into those caverns yet? I'll go myself. But you seem like you can handle a few raiders.
Finally, those pesky Jawas have stopped poking around my claim.
I saw some Jawas in the forest.
Well, you ain't seeing them no more. They made themselves a little village on the far side of the valley. No one's heard a peep from them since. Not one Utini.
Maybe I'll see how they're doing.
Really? Yeah. Aren't you, Mr. Goody-Goody?
Nice to see you. Oh, what a helpful droid.
Gulu, Guido, What's going on?
Just bemoaning the sorry state of affairs in this place.
What did the raiders do this time?
No, not them. We were talking about how things ain't like the good old days.
When we started out here, life was grand.
Place was nearly empty.
Barely anyone to bother you.
Sounds like paradise.
Well, it's the way of the galaxy. The only constant is change, and everything gets worse with time.
Yeah, and there's always one Turgle everywhere you go. What?
You keeping on Doma's good side, friend? She ain't a woman you'd want to cross.
We wouldn't dream of it. Doma's done a lot for us.
And for us as well. Sometimes I think she's all that's holding us together.
Yeah, she's something else.
Some folk are just like that. They hold things together.
What?